How to adjust your electro-hydraulic actuator. We get a lot of questions about the mixture adjustment on cars that have KE Jetronic injection system. So this is like 190E, 300E, 420 SEL, 560 SEL, SEC, SL, 300CE, 300TE, early 500 SL. You get the vibe. So let's talk about how to make this adjustment happen. Now this is assuming you've already removed your electro-hydraulic actuator, and this is assuming that you have already checked your control pressures and you know your car is running lean. So let's say you plug your gauges into your KE system, you plug the gauge with the valve plumbed into it in the bottom part of your fuel distributor, shut the valve, plumb the top section of the hose test manifold and the top part of your fuel distributor at the cold start injector supply port, and you've already tested it and opened the valve, taken a reading, shut the valve, taken the reading, and established that with the electro-hydraulic actuator unplugged and the engine warm and idling, you're getting a reading of you're getting a difference of less than 0.4 bar. Okay, how do you rectify that problem? Well, you're going to see an off-the-line stumble, of course, especially on an M103 engine, and you're also going to see maybe some other lean running issues such as weak acceleration. So this EHA adjustment is going to come in very handy for if you're dealing with that situation. So you take the EHA off, either 2 Torx head screws or 2 flat head screws. You look on the back side of the EHA, which bolts up against the fuel distributor, and in the bottom there's going to be a little screw plug. Now this screw plug has been removed on this EHA. It has been taken out and it has been removed to reveal the 2mm Allen adjustment. So right here in this little hole towards the bottom of the EHA, right there, buried in there is a 2mm Allen screw. And to increase your pressure difference, let's say you want to go from 0.3 bar up to 0.4 bar, I'm going to take that 2mm Allen screw and turn it 1/4 of a turn in. I'm going to screw it in 1/4 of a turn. Let's say that I have a car that's running super rich, and usually these things always show up running lean. They only show up running rich and people have messed with them without using a set of gauges to check them. So you can take this EHA, and if you have like a 0.5 bar difference and you want a 0.4 bar difference or a 0.45 bar, you're going to take your 2mm Allen screw and turn it backwards out 1/4 of a turn, and that's going to bring your pressures closer together, which means better fuel economy, less rich running. But that 0.4 bar difference is so critical, and you can go up to 0.45 bars sometimes. Greg Wolf, if you're watching, on Greg's car we had to go to 0.425 to really get the car to run like it was supposed to run. But it was in the region of 0.4 bar. If you have to get up to 0.5 or 0.6, you know, something's wrong and it's going to show up later as a rich running condition. Okay, so this just highlights the EHA adjustment. When you put everything back together, be sure to check for leaks. Don't forget to put the screw in and tighten it. Don't forget the tiny little aluminum sealing washer between the screw and the EHA. And don't forget to check your spark plugs a couple times a few miles after you make the adjustment to make sure you have the right mixture. Anyway, for more information on KE Jetronic fuel systems, drop us a line, and if you're a Patreon subscriber, I will answer your question about the system quickly and efficiently. $10, you get any procedure outline that you need that is within the limits of reason. I'm not going to sit down and tell you how to rebuild your injection pump because I don't know how, but if you want to know how to set up these fuel pressures, just ping us on Patreon for $10 and I will send the entire procedure to you. And in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, and keep that classic Benz on the road.